Hello everybody, welcome to Team Fortress TV. We've got another episode of ETF2L, season 39, whatever it is, week 4. This is 3.5 stars against 4Toast, and I'm here with Rahmed and WARHURYEAH, who's munching on a bit of a burger right now. There you go. Nice little ASMR sounds for you there, chat.
That's right, I swallowed now, I'm done. Oh, hello. Yeah. Is this the first game of the season?
Not quite, no.
Oh, how far into the season are we in?
Roughly 3 and a bit weeks.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh. No idea.
Alright, well, I'll fill you in, and then it'll be just like me filling in all the new viewers who haven't been here for 3 weeks as well.
Yeah, educate me.
And that'll be perfect. So we got 3.5 stars. The Frenchy team, expected to be a playoffs team at the very least. They've been doing very well. And then 4Toast, which is obviously most of the ex-Ascent players putting together a little team with Thomas off-classing, but the rest of the team is obviously very strong. It's just Thomas that's a complete noob on this team. So they're expected to probably come out on top first, but they've had a wobbly start to the season.
Go on.
Yeah, they lost to, well, they tied with Yak, who was expected to be a 7th-ish place team. So this is going to be a very, very close one. Hopefully, two like playoff caliber teams at the very least. Maybe the top 2 teams after Global Clan and 4Toast have been a bit shakier than expected.
All right, give me your prediction quickly whilst I wash down this cold chip.
Nice, with some McDonald's Sprite, or have you got a milkshake?
I've got a bottle of water.
Boring. Right, my prediction.
I was going to get a Coke, but there's no way I was risking that when I was going to cast, you know?
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be burping up in the middle of a huge air shot.
Well, I'll just end up getting a stomachache and I'll have to go because my tummy hurt. Oh, anyway, never mind. We're live. It turns out I don't even have a crosshair on this config either, because that's not carried over. So if everybody doesn't like this cast, well, I'm sorry, because I decided to upgrade my PC before the game started. So first mid, Ellie doing some damage, and it's oh, Lucas Iron Bombay. He's still using it, not using a stop one. Someone just got air shot. Was that a wall jump? Pabby jumping in, doing some damage onto Delhi, takes him down. And there's going to be a lot of gamers from the French teams on the blue crate just gathering around, but one soldier, I think it's AZN, does jump in deep into the toxic. It does get followed up by Demul, but it's not enough damage. Is that actually Demul? Yeah, it is. And it looks like this is just going to be, oh, it's a 3v3. But the Frenchies do have the superior position. But it is 4Toast who have the superior gamers. Unless Neo gets taken down, he goes in, goes for Demul. Oh! Gets a fat shot.
Oh! And Toe on the respawn
spicy.
Just catches Patchouli with the drop rolling out there. Domo needs to stay alive here now. AZN in for the attempted force, but there's no chance. 4Toast just play that slow and steady and somehow win off the... Like you said, they definitely seem to have the worst positioning towards the end of that, but yeah, they managed to take it down anyway. They might even just rush into last here. There's still a demo and a soldier down. They have the full Uberad.
This is a stalemate map. It is, isn't it?
It is a little bit, but with the full advantage, it shouldn't be. They're surely going to go with it. Demal's actually gone through the new rollout. He's ended up behind. If they figure this out, the Uber should just go straight ahead, and they do bomb in immediately. No stickies on the point for the defense, actually. The sentry gun does go down now. Neo already playing it from the sneaky ledge behind the point, but they're not getting any kills with this, really. AZN going down is the only one they'll find, and Credu just stands on the point, I suppose.
He did. They walked off the point, and then he stood on the point. And Pappy in chat throws a LMFAO WTF, on which Demul responds with an OK Virgin.
Nice.
So I don't know if you can see the trash talk at home, but it's imperative that you know that these people hate each other.
Yeah, they are at each other's throats in real life.
It's known at land. They can't stand the sight. Pappy goes in for the biggest boy bomb I've ever seen, kills Delhi straight away with Neo's help, and it's going to be Thomas that's also jumping in. Unlucky to get the scout. Both scouts on 3.5 are both incredibly low. They have less than 50 HP between them, which is a very small number for two people put together. I don't think they're going to win this 2v6, but who knows? Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe the 1v6 will go better than... no, never mind. Alright. A very, very convincing mid-win for 4Toast. Just beginning to end, they were all over that. And now another full advantage. Hopefully they do a little bit better this time and don't have to just get lucky with 5 Frenchies for getting the objective. And they do pop it straight through. Delhi just manages to reset bind in time. Neo's already playing the point a lot earlier this time. The soldiers are in to block it. And it's a 1-for-1 trade now. A scout lost for either side. The bombs from Pappy are in and he gets onto Alien. All the space is created. And they just cap that up. A nice fast 2-0.
If, well, by the time this game finishes, my chips might not even be that cold.
Yeah, you'll still have time for finishing it off.
I mean, they're still absolutely freezing cold, these chips. They're the coldest chips I've ever had from McDonald's, and I'm so upset.
Did Just Eat let you down?
It's Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
I mean,
other delivery services are available,
they
of course.
Are, like Deliveroo and the other ones. Anyway, there was an air shot on Pappy this time on mid, so they've actually thwarted him a bit by actually shooting him out of the sky. Lucas, though, is being pressured a lot by Delhi, but once again, serves out the damage. AZN's going to go in. Is he going to cheat his way in and actually connect a rocket onto the medic? No, so it is actually proven that he needed his cheats to win the first time around. There's just 3 players left alive. Wait, what's that team again? It's 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. And it's actually a 2v3 on mid, I believe.
Yeah, these are just respawners coming in for red, but with the low ground cap, anything can happen. But it looks like a pause.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
What's your go-to McDonald's meal?
I go to McDonald's. I like a quarter pounder with cheese meal. That's always good.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, nice. Is that what you've got tonight?
Yeah, I always go for the quarter pounder of cheese.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Casta synergy. It is, yeah.
I'm not a fan of Big Macs. I can't really.
No.
I just look at them and I don't like a burger. When you look at it, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm a fan of a mayo lettuce too. Saver menu. 99p for a burger.
I never had one of those.
Pretty good. It does what it says on the tin. It's just a chicken burger with some mayo and lettuce.
My fiance, whenever we go get a McDonald's, she just has 3 hamburgers.
That's psychotic.
Well, you say that, but you've clearly exposed yourself by getting something from the Pound Saver menu.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm a cheapskate.
Well, so is she.
But 3 burgers, that's...
Well, yeah, but I don't know. That's like her version of a meal.
Of course. Yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't eat 3 of the same type of burgers in a row.
Well, I think 3 of those burgers like maybe equates to 1 burger.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, nice. We've got medic butt on screen.
Right. I think this food's settled down. Now I just need to turn off all the notification that tells me whenever someone plays a game on Steam. Right. Okay, so did you do your prediction?
I didn't do my prediction, although it's a lot easier now, isn't it? I'm gonna say that 4Toast probably get at least 2 rounds this game.
I don't think so.
Oh. Alright.
But I'm going to predict a 5-0 for 4Toast, and it's going to end in just 10 more minutes.
Alright, well, we'll see. We are back in the game. Kritzkrieg on the Frenchies, as they do have a slight advantage. Demol bombing through, trying to make space. Doesn't find anything at all and just gets taken down. Toe's turn for the counter-sack from lower. He's just jumped in behind.
Oh, my HUD's broken. I'm rejoining. My HUD's broken.
Alright, I'll keep you up to date. Right, the Kritzkrieg is
back
up now.
in.
Deli is walking this one forwards. There's no Medigun Uber for Domo just yet. He's going to get it now, but the Kritz is out.
Oh.
Deli beefs the first sticky, beefs everything else, in fact, as the Uber comes out straight into his face, and he's just going to get taken down. Toe is bombed from behind at the same time, but his bomb has not been successful, and now there's a dry bust into middle. Neo going to be the first casualty.
That is a pee-pee hands moment, that is. I saw that sticky just latch onto the wall.
Oh, and Credu just timed out. He was hiding under, and that's where the pause probably happened.
Hopefully, they won't suffer from it. Maybe they will. Maybe it'll be a significant suffer, but... Oh no, the pause is happening now, and it's a stalemate on the second point, so it's...
Yeah, well, there is some slight crits add, I suppose, for Patchouli. We'll see if they're able to use it to any more success this time.
They got Neo's Pyro in the top right, so yeah, the classic, where you're running crits against a team that knows you have crits and can definitely counter your crits. And they have done. Lucas gets 2 frags, kills Deli on the way out as well. Dimul also falls. So that is a...
AZN straight in onto Domo. He does get the force off in the shutter, which is the saving grace of it all. But yeah, the crits versus Pyro is not ideal.
I mean, crits against when you lose the element of surprise, it's just sad, you know?
Yeah, you gotta pick up that Medigun as fast as possible. Although I suppose they couldn't, seeing as they got no kills with the crits.
Well, you know, that is true, but I think maybe the honourable thing, and what someone should try, is if your Dareman doesn't get any kills with the crits, your medic just kills himself.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just because
out of shame,
that puts more pressure on your demo. Oh, that's sad. Well,
yeah,
the good news is that they didn't use the crits.
Yeah, that would have been a bit pathetic to see. I love it when that happens. Just an embarrassing little. Oh, Freddy's all the way in, but he's just gonna get hunted down by two beam scouts.
But the hunter has become the hunter, that's it, that's the saying, and Creddy actually gets the frag for it. So regardless, it works out. There is still crits in play, however it's not being used. I'm sure... Oh, it's been used! Oh my god, and what? They've used it on the scout. They've used it... Oh, unlucky. Unfortunately, here's an idea. Crits should go through Uber, but we'll leave that for just for everyone to simmer over, as 4Toast did have to use that Uber in response. They're going to get mid. And as Patch is also dead, there's probably going to be a big fat advantage for Last as well, as he's spawning in 1 more second. And it looks like AZM was going to go for a sneaky play, was able to get 1 rocket off on Domo, but he's completely fine now.
Yeah, hiding in corners isn't good enough. Gotta hide on someone else's account if you want that to work out. So there is an advantage for Domo right now. Once again, 4Toast on the enemy Last. Got this 40% ad, going to be taking this top left any second now.
I wonder... No, they still just got a sentry, so it's just... Oh, there was a sniper. It did stop Lucas's momentum going forward. The sentry does get taken down straight away. And it was... Neo was actually quite low, so he wasn't able to play the point soon. But there's a big Pootis who was only getting targeted by Lucas, and now he's actually taking him down as well. Oh my god, there's another Derman flying around everywhere, and it's going to be... Oh, it's a 1v2. It's a 1v2. Iron bomb it. Oh, I shot it. Never mind.
Oh well, yeah, the bottle not quite as good as the bomber, it seems. But yeah, another unfortunate last attempt for 4Toast. And now Patchouli didn't even have to use. He's got a colossal advantage to maybe get a couple of control points off of. But 4Toast look like they want to at least get some pressure from this, going in for a force maybe onto second. Pappy's already got the height, the other soldier gets in as well, and Patch just has to use it off from this triple sack. If Tomas does get taken down, he's still causing chaos on the backlines, does finally fall. So it's a force for 4 players in the end. Do you think it's worth it?
Not anymore, no, because Lucas has died, and the medic has no one else to heal, so... That worth has turned into not worth, and it's also turned into giga not worth, as Domo gets chased onto Last by AZN. He's arrowing them. He is connecting them, but unfortunately it was not an embarrassing 1v1 for AZN, as he pogged off and he managed to kill the medic. So In hindsight, no, that was a disaster.
Yeah, the 6-man sack to delete an advantage that they now already have again. I'm going to put that on probably the lower end of the tier list of plays.
That's a red pen F on a piece of homework, that is.
Yeah, with a circle around it.
Oh, those haunted me in my dreams, those did. My whole life is just one big F written in red pen.
That's upsetting to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, we're going with the ad. It's Frenchie's turn to see if they can convert the last. The sentry is down before the push even comes in, but they don't really have any kills. This point is being played so much on the ledge by Alien. Predu's going to be falling. Can they get any other kills or just get the cap? They don't really have any space. They've just been forced out by 4Toast. And Demul is so low. He does manage to pick up Neo. Actually, that's Deli's pipe that does so. But yeah, it's not a conversion from 3.5 stars in the end.
Is that ledge, is that a bug?
That, I don't know if it's intended or not, but it is stupid. I'm going to say that much.
I had no idea. I was like, why is the scout standing there when he's meant to be capping the point? And then the cap was going up. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Well, there's 2 players on a back cap. Hello, QB. He's gone in through main. And there's 2 players. Oh, his soldier baited him a bit. He has actually baited him a bit, but... Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, AZN is a bit late to the meeting. And if that was more coordinated, it could have gone a bit better. But at least Domo has died in the meantime. And now Patchouli has this advantage to play with. Needs to not separate from Alien. Alien's a bit too close. And they do make it out to cargo. All their respawners are coming in with this 100% ad now. There's no chance to even cap it. Credu's on the low ground. He knows he has to get out.
I think that's a bit cringe, that big disconnect. That was actually really bad, because I'm pretty sure AZN could have just gone to last as well, but maybe it was low. But anyway, Thomas is doing a bit of a fake bomb. He's going all the way behind. I think he's going to go round through Toxic. This could be cringe or not. Do they know he's there?
I think they should do, but they might have forgotten it. They don't seem to be expecting it at all. They did see him bomb out from cargo.
Well, there are actually going to be 2 players down for last if they know he's behind.
He has to go around this cap. They might have heard him set it off. He does get spotted out anyway. But now with 2 soldiers down on last, we'll probably see some pressure. But Pappy has actually just respawned, so maybe a little less than I was expecting. And here, this might be the alley sack. Deli all the way in, but that hasn't worked for a good 5 years.
What's the alley sack?
Oh, you put down 2 stickies, you fly in
alley.
through. Yeah, and the other medic stands in the spawn door and presses resupply.
I thought... I'm not even chip. I thought that he was not an air sticky. Maybe
I think it was originally, and now demo noobs can't even do the swag air pogo.
They can't do 1 air pogo. That's embarrassing, that is. Derman these days. It's because they're too focused on iron bombies.
Very true. The trade has come out on second, and 4Toast looks to be getting the better of it. There was a bit of a back cap attempt by the Frenchies, but it didn't go too well, got shut down in its tracks, and now they've capped up second. All their players have spawned back up. They might catch Patchouli and Demul here on the way out. They do a decent amount of damage, but they're going to opt for the capture instead.
Derman also did a pretty fat juke on the second as well when he got bombed by a soldier. It was actually a very nice serve. Well done. That's a thumbs up from me. Don't know if you listen to this on the VOD. Stickies dodged. Hello. Demul was caught quite far in and alone. They're going to be without a soldier, but on the flip side, Credu also a bit too far deep, but he does have his boy Neo with him. He's taking them a 1v1 against AZN. They're both backing out. Thomas jumps in a bit unsynchronized.
Yeah,
as he does jump
into a scout. Not ideal. And now Lucas gets caught on the retreat as well by the stickies. This could be a very easy force here. Ooh. Yeah, they do end up getting forced. Now if Patchouli can keep hold of this.
There was an air shot on either player, that counts, and there's going to be a hard chase. Domo trying to get out. Oh, spicy air shot again. There's a sniper in forward spawn, not connecting with many shots, maybe a few body shots, but that's about it. And Domo left high and dry in lobby. Demul's going to take him down rather easily. So that is 2 players down But there is the Uber, I believe, that's been popped as well, which was done by Credu. So it's not a disaster. What would be a disaster is more deaths. So
yeah, Credu got a sneaky force kind of hiding. Patchouli was baiting so hard that all of his players had gone through, and then Credu just managed to separate him from his players. Patchouli just had to use off the Uber. It's still a tiny little advantage, in fact, if 4Toast aren't building this, which they do have all the off classes up on last, so they're not going to be able to. And if 3.5 stars can figure that out, maybe they can actually use this advantage. It should be even-ish.
I mean, I feel like they have to go in anyway, because they are losing. There's 15 minutes left. I'm getting the hiccups now. Oh god. So they kind of are under pressure, and they are going in. They're going in straight Uber straight away. Sentry guns down relatively easy, as well as Neo. So that's going to be 2 quick frags, just a point play, easy.
Yeah, if someone was building on last, I think for sure 4Toast could have been able to get that. Maybe have a soldier with your escape plan, or I don't know if anyone even does the katana thing other than Yak. But yeah, that's an unfortunate advantage that 3.5 stars managed to get their hands on, and they do take their first round. So it's not a complete roll here on the first map, at least.
My prediction's ruined.
It's in tatters. You should be embarrassed.
I am. Anyway, Pappy's going to jump in off the radio tower, I'm going to call it. Ooh, 2 fat rockets onto Delhi straight away, so he's going to be taken down almost immediately. Thomas is also falling down in response as well, but the position's pretty good for 4Toast. There is a soldier behind who's also going to get completely rinsed. That was Demul. And it's just going to be, it's a 3v3 once again, but there is no heals besides a 4Toast. But there is a Neo who does take out AZN. But Patch has been able to get out with QB, so they're going to have a fat ad, even though they do lose the mid.
Yeah, they do just, at least AZN, he kind of left the wrong way for his team, but he delayed so that no one else would be chased when he lost his life, which is good enough to maintain this 100% advantage. We'll see if there's a sack or what 4Toast tried to do as the players come in. They're coming through lower. There is a trap onto Delhi, and the bomb comes forward. They're just kind of forcing Patchouli back. They're not getting this force, but they're at least delaying.
And Thomas dies as well, but so does Demul. So this is actually a bit... Ooh, that was a tight butthole moment. Oh my god, no, it does get taken out. He was bombed, surfs, dodges the air shot, but gets caught by an arrow from Patch on the way out of Toxic. So the medic's gone down. That's a big fat play, but Thomas, he is alive. He's gone in against 2 scouts, which once again isn't the best play, but Neo goes straight in. I don't think he knew how weak Alien was, because he gets a meat shot on him. He was about 20 HP, but he went and turned for the medic.
Yeah, Toe got a direct on Patchouli that put him down to half health. Maybe the call was a bit late and confused Neo on who to shoot, but there is an attempted re-push from 4Toast, just fighting this dry. If Patchouli can hang on any longer, he's going to get his Uber and be able to punish 4Toast here. They need to be aiming for this force if they can. Pappy down on the low ground. The Uber does just come out. They think they can catch 4Toast here, but it doesn't look like they can. They weren't ready for it. And bomb from Delhi, not good enough.
The flank is completely open, as the flank players pretty much win their engagement. So it's just Thomas and Credu against the combo of 3.5, and they win it. And it's just AZN left alive. So it was really good, because when they popped the Uber, they just went for the flank and just killed the ones not being healed and just completely wrapped them around.
Yep, and now this is surely going to be a last conversion. I don't see 4Toast messing this one up. In a classic case of Caster's Curse, Lucas just hits his head in the Uber. They do manage to take it through, though. Neo already on the bullshit spot, capping it up. They do have a frag onto Demul. Credu's going to be taken down, and the Pyro is actually doing a decent job of just backfiring all of this spam.
Oh, well done. The spawns come in, and it's going to be QB against the world, but the world is not square, it is round, and they polished off that round for a 3-1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I wondered where it was going, but rounds, like the round.
I wondered where it was going. I was grasping at straws, and I thought...
You really managed to pull it out at the end.
I know.
I'm pleased. All right, good
My
job.
head hurts. I've got a nosebleed now as well.
All right, we're into the 5th mid. We really need to see 3.5 stars start to get control of this game, but they don't. Delhi just gets one-tapped at the literal start of mid. AZN is in behind while everyone else leaves, and he's been spotted. Not a great mid for the French.
It's not, no. But the Frenchies are still going back into it. They're... Oh, no, wait.
They're all on the low ground. What's going on here? What's the plan? What's the plan there?
They were by. It looked like they were going to go to mid from under. So it looked like they were going to go for a recontest, and then someone got cold feet and went back, and then they all went back, and that's why they got caught out. So it seems like a bit of a, I don't know.
Now they're probably going to get hard punished with a round already. That was definitely weird. Everyone just stood like on the floor.
I mean, if you're going to do something wacky, you've got to have everybody on the same page of the wackiness, you know?
Oh, this Uber is juggled again. Lucas fails his jump like 3 or 4 times. They're just going to play the left side instead. AZN gets owned, trying to come back out the spawn door. Toe bombing in. Delhi's going to get taken down very easily here, and there's so much cap time on the point. It's already 4-1. There is so little time. It needs to be pretty much immaculate from 3.5 stars here on out if they want to keep having a chance in this game. They haven't seemed to be performing too well.
3.5 stars.
I don't know, but I like it. They were called this way back. Like Raf's Div 1 team was called 3.5 stars. I prefer it to French names that I can't pronounce. So
that is true. It could be worse. That's fair. Anyway, it's going to be both soldiers jumping in at the start from 3.5 stars, but one of them gets thwarted pretty much straight away, and AZN also gets completely ripped. At the end of that as well, it is going to be a significant player as the 4Toast, and everybody's just caught in this little cubbyhole outside of Toxic, and it's just Delhi left alive, and Delhi is now dead.
Yeah, Credu saw his opportunity, ran at the medic and 2-shot him, and then was behind the other players to do some nice 2-shotting too. So we're once again in the full Uber last situation for 4Toast. And this is genuinely a lot less close than I expected it to be. I thought maybe 4Toast have been kind of beefing the start of this season a bit, but they've clearly got back on track to where you'd expect them to be in a regular season already. And Lucas does successfully jump through this time. Round of applause for him.
Well done, Lucas.
There's no stickies on point. The sentry gun's gone down, but they've managed to successfully repush out of the Ubered side. This time, the Frenchies just fully commit 3 players to it. They were usually just sending AZN through there, who wasn't having a good time, but this time, the whole team repush manages to keep the last cap at bay. Pappy's trying to go behind. He does take down AZN, but he's going to meet Demul any second now, and the cap is in on second, so he's not very relevant behind at the moment. And he does actually get a trade. That's much more than he probably deserved. If Demul had maybe just waited for his teammate to come back, who was actually already running, but oh well.
In the 3.5 are going in with a lot of pizzazz and power as they realise that their time is not on their side, but there is still time for them to turn the tables. But
oh no,
they do get a frag, but they are forced incredibly early, which is not the best thing.
Yeah, both of Pachuli's scouts dropped to the floor, and then he kind of panic used on nothing and couldn't heal either of the scouts because they had dropped down. So just a little embarrassing whimper Uber there, but we'll see if it backfires because they are still playing very close when Domo's Uber is right here in their face. They gift him 2 frags, and there's 2 players in Toxic. If they turn around and see these, it might be 4. Demul bombing in, does get onto Demul, but he hits a nice surf up onto the crate. Doesn't manage to stay alive for long enough. It's a 2v4. There's already Lucas trapping up the forwards. Alien. Oh, does he notice? Oh, AZN dies to it anyway. And he loses to the bottle. No.
One more.
Go on. Oh, go on.
One more.
Another one?
No.
Oh well.
Couldn't kill 4. Disgusting.
Patch is back on the crits. When I think of a play that hasn't worked 4 times, I always think you should try that again because it must work the 5th time. What's your take?
I think that when it's this point in the game, you should just GG out
Yeah.
to be honest. But
Even without the plugin, just 6-man disconnect.
I mean, that's also an acceptable thing as well. At the end of the day, if you've lost, you've lost.
Yeah.
Why continue your suffering? Which is literally what they're doing now. It's just continuing. Fortunately, there is no time for them to make a comeback unless, I guess, if everyone from 4Toast disconnects, then they probably could come back.
Yeah, maybe. Although I still wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, that is true. There have been a few strange team play moments here of players not being synchronized, so that's still quite likely to happen. But regardless, what happens during dead time now? Do people actually cast it, or do they just shit talk?
I don't know. Most of the time, I don't see any reason to cast it. Neo's going to win another round just by standing on the point with 5 people alive and no one blocking. So
Right.
that's
Okay,
nice
that
to see.
does it. That does it. Yeah. Now I can successfully use the 3 minutes and 30 seconds to plug my cryptocurrency.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sell it. See if I'm convinced.
It's called Doge.
That's your cryptocurrency? You invented that?
No, it's the one I'm invested in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because Elon Musk tweeted about it.
I love that guy.
I put everything in it. So if anybody, I don't know how it works. I just bought loads of it. It's got a funny dog on it.
I invested all of my Great British Pound Sterling into TFTV channel points, and I lost them all on 3.5 stars this game.
How did you convert that into, how did that currency conversion work?
There's some illegal nefarious sites out there. Slyn is my inside man at Twitch, and he'll convert it for you.
But you had to
don't tell him I said that.
So you just had to just throw him some money, or what's the exchange rate?
Tops up my account. It's 1-to-1. One pound is one TFTV channel point.
Is the pound sterling that low, or channel points that sought after?
It's a one-way conversion. He won't let me withdraw my 20k of channel points back into pounds, which is...
Oh, so it's only...
I probably should have read the terms and conditions, if I'm being honest.
So you're basically just paying him £1 per channel point?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then there was no profit to be made.
But now that I think about it, yeah, that is right.
Well, for how many channel points did you buy?
Enough. My student loan is missing, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll be able to make it back in TF2 winnings from.
Have you really what is it like? Just proper gone all in?
Yeah,
your student loan.
I'm fully
stretched.
all in. It's gone.
When you went to them and said, "I need more of my student loan. I need an increase." So how much? £100,000. What could you possibly want that for? And then I guess maybe you try to convince them of the future currency of TFTV channel points.
Although this guy he just added me on Steam, and he's telling me that I can win 5k for voting on his esports team on steamcornunity.com. So I might be back in the game. I might get an easy 5k from that. I'm gonna have to click the link now.
Well. Does ETF2L have any gambling sponsors yet?
I don't think so.
What about TFTV?
No, but you can pretend that Dogecoin sponsors. I
have a gambling sponsor. So I'm brought to you by Loot.bet, the #1 betting gaming sites for esports. Use promo code WAR10 for 10% off your first bet, and any winnings that you earn, you'll also get 10% of that money back.
Wow. There we have it.
Win £100, you get your £10 back. The 90 is ours. Yeah, I like logs. It's the best time when I could pretend to be an analyst. Oh, thanks. So I normally just search for the players.
What analysis is there to do on this log, do you think?
Credu had big number Lucas have big number.
Bomberman has big number.
French player have small number.
So true.
Downward pointing graph.
If you were to point out the 3.5 star players from the French team, who would they be? Who would be the half? Is really my most pointed question.
I kind of felt that I didn't pay much attention to any of them, so I couldn't give any of them a rating.
They didn't attract much attention other than negative press in this game. It felt like.
I mean, there were points. I feel I can tell you who I wasn't impressed with.
Do tell.
The soldiers and also Delhi. Delhi didn't seem to be having a hot one today. You know, normally when I see Delhi, he's got sort of like heat-seeking missile iron bomby pipes that are just like fizzing out from anywhere. It's like you run at him and then they shoot out of his rectum or something like that, you know? Whereas this time around, I didn't really see the delicious Delhi that I normally see.
14 for 25 as demo is not ideal, especially top damage takening the entire server as well. And it's worth noting this was mostly a game of mid-fights. Every team that won their mid-fight also won the round.
That is a good stat.
It is.
Great analyst.
Although every 4Toast one is about 2 minutes long, and the only round that 3.5 won was 15 minutes long.
That's even better analysis than.
Thank you so much.
The one before. Give me another one.
4Toast got 30 more kills combined on the server.
Wow. So all in all, these stats equate to a 6-1 victory.
I'd say, yeah, if I saw these stats without seeing a scoreline, I'd guess this scoreline would probably be 6-1.
That's a good
assessment. Yeah.
There was 3 crits that game. Can you actually see if there was any kills with the crits?
I don't know, but I feel like there wasn't.
Because there was there one on last?
There was a flubbed
there was one on
into a pyro.
Yeah. Then there was one where they were no wait, they never crits then. There was a crits that was popped into an Uber in Toxic. And maybe there was the crits at the end.
Crits didn't do anything at all.
Well, that's unfortunate. You can't win them all.
It would be nice to see like kills in the Uber, kills in the crits on logs.tf.
Well, I mean, is logs.tf still being developed? I'm sure it is.
I'm not too sure it is. I think there's like a development site that other people can make stuff off of.
Where's Zoob?
Yeah, I'm not sure Zoob is active on it, but
so he's just taking in that ad revenue, is he?
Yeah.
Typical. Move on to Sunshine.
Our producer's getting too big for his boots, telling us to move on. What's going on here?
I don't think he's ever produced one of my games before because.
Does he know who you are?
Well, it's not that. I don't think he's prepared of the bullshit that I can spit out.
Unprofessionalism of the Warcast.
Unprofessionalism? What are you on about? This place, TF2 doesn't deserve my professionalism. We're not at LAN. I'm not wearing a suit.
Yeah, he's just wearing your McDonald's stained.
I am actually. I've got a bit of sauce on my joggers. Now I've got joggers on because it's cold now. But this is like the joggers that I'm wearing have a hole where the pee hole is. So if I can't be asked to, pull down the pants, you know what? I'll leave the viewers to, produce that image in their head if they so desire. But you get the idea. Anyway, all teams, all players are on the server. Who's going to win? Give me a prediction.
4Toast are going to win.
By what score?
Well, it will be a lower score than the last one because it's Sunshine. But
the last map was meant to be the stalemate map.
Yeah, but there was never a chance to stalemate. You see.
Ah, I see. So, well, I'm going to go for. I'm going to be. Nah, I'm going to go for 4Toast as well.
Yeah, I would have called it closer, but after that first map, there's doesn't seem to be much like leeway for the French team here, unless they step it up a lot.
It's going to be 4 rounds, 4Toast, and 3.5 rounds or 3.5.
Oh, first you get me with the round rock, and now this.
The round
Delightful.
rock.
You said something. Was it a round stone that you polished or something?
It was like something to do with cube. Oh, it was cube against the world,
yeah.
but the world wasn't cubed; it was round.
And then it made a round.
Up,
you see, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together on the cube and cubey bit of that. So now I'm even more impressed.
There's 4 levels deep on this.
Yeah.
So you can tell I've been doing this a long time.
Odd.
Because I don't give a shit anymore.
This guy's a natural. All right, we are into the second map. If you've just joined us, it was a convincing win for 4Toast in the first one. See if Sunshine is any different. Toe already up on the top of the tower. We give up some space as he gets 1v1'd by a scout and just taken down by Demol shooting upwards directs.
Oh, hello. But, okay, so it's going to be 3.5 that are going to win the first mid. Bam. Predictions ruined.
So far, it's been a game of mids. If you remember the analysis desk from previous map, this does mean that there's a 100% chance of 3.5 stars eventually winning this round, probably after 15 minutes.
True. So, as long as they use that statistic and maybe combine that statistic with them losing, you know, maybe stretch out the game a bit, they might have a victory in their hands. But as it is Sunshine, and as there is a sentry and a pyro on the top right, I feel like we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, this is one of the more obscene lasts to try and get into, given there's only really 2 doors, and they're both very, very hard to sack through unless you can 90-degree turn a corner against a sentry and a pyro.
I think
in one jump.
Any map that is like this, we should just mod it and just add a drop down.
Oh, drop downs, they do solve everything, to be fair.
It just creates a bit of... Oh, there is a gamer in. AZN jumps in. They do... Oh, it's a player-for-player trade, but there are some players still... Oh, hello! It was... Okay, so that wasn't a disaster. I mean...
Yeah, it's a nice try. They did manage to force the players off that door and then just get the space. Unfortunately, 2 trades, not good enough. They were maybe looking to get a few more players in.
They did a lot of things, but ultimately they did nothing at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good summary of the situation.
They did something and nothing because they couldn't do anything off the thing they did, but they have on sniper.
Lucas is AFK typing or something. He's gonna get hit in the head by a sniper rifle. Okay, he's back at the keyboard. He's moved.
He's probably declining Condog's request to play Dota, unless he's playing right now, then I guess not.
Oh, Lucas. Oh, he does manage to just find Deli again. Once again, Deli going down just as a free kill. This is looking nice for 4Toast, but it's such an annoying map to get out of. There's not much chance. Toe is going to jump forwards, but the respawn demo man is already up. And Toe is probably going to get taken down here by QB.
I'm still watching a sniper for something extraordinary to happen, and, well, that was pretty great. I saw him die. That was, I guess that was alright, but I was hoping for something a little bit more, so it's,
Well, QB was just hiding in lower and gives himself away to Pappy. Is that exciting enough for you?
That might be a classic case that I tried in Div 2, where you hold really far back and you invite the team to push out into second, and then you take the fight.
So you're saying they've definitely looked into the war strat book for this one?
Well, they probably haven't, because they're not doing it, so they know it didn't work. But I feel like if other people did try it, because it's better to fight on second than it is on last, I think. So I'm just saying, if you're looking for an idiot to join your team and throw games, I'm your guy. And I'm immune for 3-month bans because I'm friends with Seeds. So I can GG out and I can disconnect and throw games on purpose and nothing bad's going to happen. Oh, Lucas caught quite low. Teleport has been taken down by Alien though. I wonder if they can capitalize on this. QB has gone in. Oh, unfortunately on that teleporter takedown, nothing was made from that, which is a shame.
God, why does the teleporter destruction play the same sound file as a medic drop? I was looking around desperately for what went so wrong, but it's just a teleporter.
I was on the teleport pod.
Oh, right. So you got the action live from first person. What do you think the teleporter's mistake was?
I couldn't really tell because I was just looking at the teleport and it was spinning. So maybe its rotational pull wasn't strong enough. If it spins hard enough, it might be able to sort of like create a vortex of gravity.
Oh, there's a sack in from Demul. Doesn't manage to force Domo out, but there's a lot of pressure from all the doors as Domo resupplies so they can get the frags instead. 2 players on the point will force that Uber out, and Patchouli does manage to save Alien with his own Uber, which is 5 seconds better. They are now playing the point. The heavy is up to try and block it.
Oh, that is
not good enough.
They played that really well. That was a very, very, very good play. They sent both of the, like, all their players in, apart from the combo, just to force the Uber. The Uber was forced. They had to rotate as well back into spawn to get heals. And they just milked the Uber perfectly. And they also didn't panic when Thomas jumped over them and went behind. They just focused forward, got the frags, got the round. Wow.
So again, 100% mid conversion rate for both teams.
Oh my god. I feel like we can tell who's going to win. We don't need to play the rest of the game anymore. Yeah, just play mids.
Yeah, watch the mid fights, see what happens. This time not going so well for 3.5 stars, as they do seem to get stuffed. Demul, though, does get some frags of his own, but the chase is already on. Pappy taking down Deli. Now the 4-man combo running this one forwards just to try and get onto Alien and Patchouli. There's no cap time on mid, so they're going to have to turn around about now. They're just sending Credu back. The rest of them have second locked down.
Well, so 4Toast have won this round. I guess we're going to have to wait maybe a few moments for us to go back to mid.
AZN. Oh, he's bombing onto Pappy instead. Does manage to get that kill though, which does loosen the grip on second, as there's still 2 players capping on mid. So 3.5 do manage to get control of mid once again by the looks of it. There's a meat grinder of damage in choke, but no one manages to take enough to get taken down. And, you know, damage doesn't matter if you don't get kills. Sorry to say it to you.
That is a profound quote, that is.
Although it does look nice on your numbers website.
I'm going to get it framed.
You're going to get it tattooed.
Yeah, maybe.
Across your belly. Don't know why your belly, but...
Well, so I can lift it up. You know, like a big statement. If I ever go to LAN again, I can just point at some teams, just go, oi, look at this. Damage doesn't matter if you don't get any kills. And like, so wise.
You're like, damn.
And I get escorted out of the building. I keep on flashing my belly at everybody.
There is a bit of a drive push going on. Nice air shot from Demul onto Thomas, but he's losing his life for it.
There is a... Oh, that is a bit... I feel like they all got baited in from 4Toast a bit too much. They got a lot of room. Credu made the space, but the space ultimately was a... Oh no. Oh no, Domo. Oh no, oh no. Lucas is going to get taken out. That was a big disconnect.
That is the walk of shame. A little 0 players Ubered. Uber, walk yourself back to last. Unfortunate. This is why he's only the 4th or 5th best medic in Prem at the moment.
Who's the best?
Jorge.
Really?
Yes. If this is factually speaking, not
TF2 is dead then, Jesus.
Alright, we have an advantage for 3.5 stars. The bombs are baited out from Pappy, and Toe was playing close. Pappy's going to get taken down. No casualties at all. No force gained. If they speed this up, they can maintain the advantage, but it's very, very small. They look to go through dungeon already. Need to pop it straight through and get onto Domo. He's playing by the spawn door. He's going to get the Uber just in time. But it's not bad for either team, really. Oh, Deli gets caught here. It is bad.
It's bad. You know, it could be worse. So, I mean, kudos to them. They played on the advantage. I like that. I like a bit of balls deep play style. they went for it. It just didn't work. But now there's going to be a bit of a push out. So speaking of balls deep, it's going to be 4Toast who are going to be exposing themselves this time as they make their way onto second. They do capture it, so a rare push out on Sunshine.
Yeah, but 4Toast won this mid fight. I mean, were they really going to get last pushed there?
That is true. But, you know, this prophecy has completely changed the outlook of this game, because now I don't care about what happens, because I know 4Toast is going to win it. Lucas goes in just to bully out some scouts. Ooh. Alien goes in a little bit too close. There is an uber pop. They do. Oh, Doma doesn't have it. He's just on 95%. He just needs to surf a little bit more. He's on 38 HP, 94%, and he does get it just in the nick of time. Are they going to want to go back in? I mean, there's only 3 players. They might go for a close uber play, and they are.
That was such a nice call to know that they used like slightly earlier on last, and they just went for Domo. It's a shame they don't manage to get him, but they are still putting so much pressure in onto second.
They did hesitate a bit. It looked like they were just going to go straight in through choke and just go for a bit of a collapse, but I guess they don't know that they're guaranteed to win the round. Just we are, so they might decide it's a bit too risky. Oh, there was a player in the sky over to Flowers, and QB gets taken out as well, so that's 3 players down for 1 person. That is not the best trade.
Maybe if we had coaches in this game who could really analyze the logs as well as casters can, then they would know there's nothing to worry about. They at least aren't going to lose the round. They just need to either win it or get timed out.
I could just message one of them, you know, just say, don't worry, you're not going to lose this round because you won the mid.
Oh, but what if we're behind and, oh my god, a double deck finds 2 soldiers for free from Delhi there on the point.
Oh, and it was Demul went in through choke as well, managed to get the force off onto Domo, so this is not good. But there's 2 soldiers missing on both teams, so maybe, well, I guess with no soldiers, it's going to be very, very hard for them to get any force. Maybe Lucas can come up with a big, fat, sticky trap to maybe get a drop, but it looks like they're going to go in through Cafe with just a scout and a demo man. There is not really much pressure on Cafe either. It's just Thomas is just going to be walking in. He goes for a rocket. Oh, that's actually a good jump. A nice little hop through the door. Gets the force off. They only lose 1 player. Now, if it stays 1 player, this is going to be good.
Yeah, it was absolutely great force from Thomas. Very easily found. Credu also behind, and the Uber now coming in from ahead, or at least the threat of it. He's going to jump out. Patchouli follows as Alien goes behind. No Uber used for 4Toast as of yet. Backcap is a threat. They are blocking it with all their players. The Uber comes out, but they need to get these frags quickly. Alien has been forced off on the backlines by Thomas, and the players managed to stay alive on mid. AZN is straight in onto Domo. He has help from Alien, who was never fully chased out, and in fact, everyone just goes pacifist all of a sudden. Somehow no one ends up dying there.
I think it's there was a few. Well, they do have a player disadvantage of 4Toast, and they do not have the medic on 3.5, so both teams are kind of like forced to not want to spark anything, so he'll just go either way at that point. But it's getting a bit what's the word? Messy?
Dicey.
Yeah, dicey. Dicey, that's
yeah.
good. Oh.
And then maybe we can tie that into QB later, because it's like a dice
like
is a cube.
Diced onion into little. Oh.
I'm not sure where the onion bit comes from, but sure.
Well, because you dice an onion, don't you?
Alright, well, the flank has been busted. The Uber has also come out. There's still Demul and QB behind in the enemy cafe, but they're both going to get taken down. The advantage
what does dicey mean?
is Patchouli's. I don't know.
I thought it was because of like how you chop something.
Like,
no, it just means unpredictable and potentially dangerous. So I guess it doesn't have like a.
Yeah.
What's the law?
Yeah, you mean like what's the etymology? Does it come from like dicing onions and that being very dangerous for the onion itself?
I mean, it would.
Anyway,
the only thing I can find is just dicey, that word, and it's someone called Albert Venn Dicey.
Surely not a real person.
No, he is. He's got
Demul
a Wikipedia
is on
page.
Spy, and he did just take a lot of damage by accident, and no one actually shot at him. I don't know how he took the damage.
That's a good thing. That's the best case scenario. That is. Although it does mean that he could hilariously get taken out by one rocket when he tries to go for the medic, which is always a very underwhelming thing. But I'm putting my peepers on him, and I'm sure he's going to get a triple backstab.
I remember. Oh, he has uncloaked. He is moving forwards. He does go through the shutter, and no one notices.
He missed it. He literally mistimed it. Oh, that's sad.
And there's some left pressure off the back of this. No one's holding this door very closely. There's just 5 people through for 4Toast, but the Pyro is keeping them at bay. Deli's locked off the exit, but he just gets jumped on. No one's protecting him.
Reflect frag though. That's always pretty cool. And they're doing pretty well because they didn't have the player disadvantage. The spawns have come in, and it actually looks like 4Toast took way too long. You said that they had a lot of players in for the left side, but for some reason they didn't really use that space enough because, well, they just didn't use it fast enough, and it's going to be 3.5 pushing out, dodging some pipes. They're going to maybe take this for free as they do take out Pappy as well. Lucas is still in though, does take out Alien, so it looks like he wants to joust. Lots of pipes coming in. Patch is loading, gets piped by a roller. An Iron Bombay roller, that is a classic vibe of the scene. The ETF2L ban this please, with a thumbs down a sky picture.
And now the Uber does get forced out, but it doesn't matter too much. AZN's going to get spotted in the corner as well. Only 2 players up on last. Deli is going to get taken down here by the looks of it. He goes into spawn, but not fast enough. Alien going down, and still, whoa, there's a certain statistic that comes to mind after this round gets capped up.
I mean, I don't know why we just sound so excited. We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was written on the mid-fight.
Been written in stone for thousands of years.
You know what would be really unprofessional, stupid, and would definitely solidify me not casting another game again? Is if I just refused to cast outside the mid-fight because I knew who'd win.
Yeah, and just like talk about loot bet throughout that entire
No, I just wouldn't speak
scenario as well.
Actually, no, I would talk about loot bet.
Yeah, I think that would get you in more trouble.
Yeah, but just trying to solidify gambling in the TFTV community. There's a market here that's ready to be exploited. Pappy gets taken down almost immediately. It's going to be Demol, who's actually in his own cafe, and I believe 4Toast are going to try and back out if they can. Thomas goes for a little bit of a loop onto a rocket jump. Credu almost takes out, I believe it was AZN on that. They do get Domo out, so they're able to perform like maybe a bit of a very distraction to solidify their medic staying alive, who's on 95%, so he's going to get Uber for last, but he might be missing a Dareman. All this game is already pressuring him from last. Do they know? Domo doesn't know, but he has forced the Uber, so Domo has popped his Uber very early, but they've lost 2 players. Patch does serve a rocket out. He has to... he bitch pops it. Oh, that is risky, that is. He bitch pops it. They didn't even fire another rocket.
They leave through different directions. Alien just gets taken down at the end of it. Oh dear.
All that hard work. They did everything right, and then they sharted at the end. That is not good, but who won the mid-fight?
Yeah, exactly.
3.5, wasn't it?
Do I care that Pachuli did that? No. There was a mid-fight win, so it's over.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, the 3.5 stars did get that mid-fight.
Oh, in that case, never mind.
From, who was that? Pappy does find Pachuli.
Oh,
and, yeah, the 3.5 stars players are going to be collecting some frags, but it doesn't matter all too much when Domo now has his Uber up. They probably won't even be able to capture this in time. They're going to get forced off. No forward spawns for them.
Oh dear, Deli gets caught out in choke as well.
Again, we've been seeing it a lot.
I mean, he's just, he's just not... Just doesn't seem to be the Deli of old. Maybe he's grown up.
He's not Prem debut Deli getting however many kills with the Kritzkrieg. He's just...
His Iron Bombay is failing him. Anyway, Lucas is going to go in for the left side, takes out the sentry almost immediately. Point played by Neo straight away. A lot of damage being done onto the side of 3.5, so some of them are going to have to go to the resupply. They go into spawn, they come out, they die. And wait, did 3.5 cap it? So
yeah, they did cap mid. Yeah,
so, okay, never mind. Well, we don't know what's going to happen.
They're fired. There goes my job as a fucking analyst.
We need to get someone else in. We can Rahmed, you can analyze. It'll be better than this guy. He's reading logs like tea leaves, you know, he doesn't understand, he can't decipher the code from it.
I'm getting horoscopes.
He's dying straight away on the mid, so this might not be so good. Thomas also dies straight away on the mid, so that's 2 down. And, oh dear, Domo is in a precarious position, it's going to be by Tetris, gets taken out.
God.
Domo dead. That is 4. Oh, Patch does die.
Lucas does find Patch, though. Patch was completely alone. The rest of the 5 players were on mid playing the game, and Patchouli was away getting a med pack. And Lucas knows who he's going to go for in that situation. One sticky jump into
It seems
space.
a regular thing that happened in this game, which is just medics being left high and dry.
Yeah.
Fend for themselves. They haven't been nurtured yet. They can't possibly survive in the wild. But it's still being treated like they can. And it's Delhi who's putting a lot of pressure on second. They do have room. I feel like they should go for this because they've just got 2 spawns and they are going to go for this. They're going to burst through choke. They are still 2 soldiers down who have just now joined the fight. Creddy, though, does take out Delhi. So that's a Derman down. That's going to completely sway this fight in the opposite direction as Alien dies as well. And what looked like a very good position has now turned into a disaster. They're being bullied out of mid as well. Patch dies as well from an arrow from Domo from the other side of the map with Lucas hitting a pipe in the first time. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. QB has at least won a fight on the flank, and he is behind. But not much happens there at all.
Lucas does feed. There are 2 players. These 2 players could still come up with a miracle. But one of the players does leave. So
yeah, they've both been spotted, so no threats.
They could have gone for that.
Yeah. And now they are actually just committing for it. This Uber could be massive if they get all the frags with it, but they do just find Delhi and everyone else is scarpered.
Oh, Lucas is down as well, so this is going to be an easy re-push if they go for it. Credu's going to fall out from bottom left. There isn't that many players facing in front, and as there's no downman, going for these doors should be pretty easy. Domo, oh! Domo gets popped up and Kratos from an air shot. That is a spicy meatball if I've ever seen one. I'm going to even throw up a burp.
Alright. Well, they do manage to flood into mid off the back of that Pappy. Only man standing is just going to leave with his life. And this was looking set for 4Toast. Just the demo's getting caught out unnecessarily. Seems to be throwing fights back and forth in both directions as Lucas went too far forward at the beginning of that and caused this entire chain of events. Credu is on the Putis in the forward spawn. He peeks out now. He's putting in the damage into Patchouli. But he's got balls of steel. Oh my goodness, Thomas even bombed him, but he just doesn't even use.
Oh, hello. It's going to AZN with the big flank through the main door, takes out Domo, and somehow Neo's still got loads of HP for some reason. Probably because he was just buffed constantly. And it's going to be Credu still, the fat man in the big door. It's just sitting there being an absolute unit with his little tiny baby feet. Look, he's even having a... He's having a chocolate
seconds. Bar. He's already eaten one. Fat bastard.
My God. Whoa, come on, not fat shaming now. Oh,
alright.
Lucas jumps in. Oh, I think he tried to jump in and maybe do a little swirly, a curly whirly, but unfortunately he does get chased down and taken out. Credu is no longer in the forward spawn. He is relocated onto the last point. He's still a heavy man. He's still keeping his voluptuous shape, as it looks like
Advantage.
3.5 star do have a fat ad and a fat chance as they go in from the lower part of the map.
They do use it late as well, but they're not getting all too much with it. The sentry gun does finally go down now. Credu still on the height, is now going to get fought by the scout, but he just destroys him. Patchouli seeing if he can finish it off with the arrows, but it's not a great idea. He's just going to evacuate instead.
It's just as heavy, you know. He's just done too much work. He was doing too much work on second, and he did too much work on last by killing a scout. But still, it's, you know, it's work. Work was done by this Gamble Putis power play, and it paid off. And well, I didn't actually, because I didn't win the mid, sorry, the last push. But Demol goes in for a double sync rocket, but completely whiffs it. Lucas again too far forward. Both of these demos are trying to outfeed each other, I feel.
Yeah, it does seem like that. There is a sentry gun going up on the second forward spawn.
That's fortified defenses of second. Both these den men, it's like they're feeding strawberries to each other with like whipped cream on top. Well, they've got a pact as if they die together. As 4Toast will be pushing in through Cafe with all the boys this time around. So pretty much everyone's there. The flank is completely open, but no one else to take it. Both scouts are bundled up and they do take the same damage, but it's a bit too much forward momentum for 3.5. They do fall out for the last hold with 5 minutes left. 4Toast could just turtle this.
Yeah, and this is one of the more important games of the season. These are the two teams expected to be at the top. We wouldn't be able to tell with how seriously we've been talking over the gameplay, but they really do need to get some points here. It seems 3.5 stars. It would be very, very opportune for them to get some.
Oh,
and the Uber was that forced or was that just miserably used?
I think that was someone died on the 3.5, so I guess that was miserably used. Well,
right.
It was.
Well, there's 100% advantage then here for 3.5 stars and almost no contest on second, but the Det does find QB, which could cause them to at least try. There's so many players dying. Pachuli might even get forced on the exit, and he does. Oh no. That is not a sight to see.
It is a bit of a tragedy. Sorry, I had to sneeze. That's why I paused suddenly. Normally I would just sneeze down the microphone, but I'm trying to keep a level of professionalism here because, you guys deserve the best. What can I say? So yeah, that's a bit of a disaster of a push out, but could it be another disaster of a last push from 4Toast, or are they going to go for a turtle play? No, they're not. They're going in strong. AZN gets taken down at the start. That is not the best thing to do. Demol is left on the flank versus 2. He's going to have to get something. He gets nothing. Lots of point play on it right now. Lucas going around the back of the point. He does a full circuit. He's just playing on the point. He bottles someone. Smashes glass in his face. It's just Pachuli's last one alive and he doesn't do it.
Bleeding out of his head. He's got glass splinters in there. How many Chelsea smile? How many bottle kills has Lucas had tonight?
2 at least.
Yeah. And I feel like I've seen more, but I
feel
can't
like every
confirm
kill
in my
is
head.
a bottle kill.
Sure.
There's a CSGO meme that I remember.
The Iron Bomber hitbox is basically as big as a bottle, am I right, guys?
Whee! Ban the Iron Bomby. Let's get that topic on TFTV again and see what happens. Anyway, maybe what could be the last mid for 3.5. They're going to have to go testicles deep. They're going to have to go so deep. They're going to have to go in enchanted territories. But unfortunately, they're going into lands previously explored, which is going to be their last as they're being bullied out. Oh, a 1v1 has been won by Alien, but they also do lose their medic, unfortunately, by Credu. And yeah, this is just going to be a rest in peace.
Yeah, losing the medic is the real nail in the coffin there. They really don't have the time to be dealing with that. QB is going to be hiding on mid or something. Where is he ending up? In this forward spawn corner. Oh, or not. Never mind. He's just going to get 1 second of cap time on mid.
I think the time of the trash has been initiated and we are entering in it.
Yes. Unless, bar a miracle, I think this is trash time.
Well, I mean, instead of talking about the game, why don't we talk about the miracles? So one thing that could happen is that 4Toast use the GG plugin command, which was somehow left on this server, and enable them to forfeit a 1 game.
Yeah, they say GG as a joke, like 2 minutes early or something. Or they just try and say GG and they all accidentally type an exclamation mark or a dot or something in the chat. And
that would be a big plot twist, that would.
Alright, this game's over. The Uber does get used, but it doesn't matter how many kills they even get with it. There's 1 minute on the clock. It's physically impossible for 4Toast to not get 6 points from this official, so it looks like they are cementing their place as the top team in the league, despite their hiccups at the start of the season. And yeah, that's about it.
Was this expected? I couldn't possibly say because I have no idea.
I
I've
feel
clearly
like
not been
this was
following the
expected.
season.
I think this was expected, but if this wasn't the outcome, it also wouldn't be a surprise. That it could have gone either way, but this is probably the
Well, by the
most
looks of
likely
these
one.
results, it seems like it could have only gone one way.
That's so true. I mean, 100% of the maps have been won by one team. That's pretty convincing.
It is.
Alright. And it does get finished off with a little pity round for the French side. 3-2. Unless 20 seconds. It could be done. Gas, gas, gas.
All you have to do is just put in no clip in, or just like add a. Can you add a round? I can't remember anymore. But yeah, okay, that's the game. Creddy's gone engineer. He's shooting up in the sky.
These people just. How did he get his heroin up there?
These. Don't do drugs. Come on, we have to keep this.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Well, typically, I guess I opened the floodgates by talking about betting. So I guess it was only a matter of time.
One does lead to another.
Like yeah, it was just it was the gateway drug, the betting. You start off with bets, next thing heroin. It's a spiraling staircase that goes down into the dungeons of despair. So that was the game.
All right, let's quickly get some logs out of the way and we
Paint
can
me
move
a
on.
picture.
All right.
You are the brush and I am the canvas.
So Domo got 3 kills. That's pretty good. High for a medic. That's my analysis of this log. I don't know. Everyone's looking pretty standard from a logs perspective. Realistically, there's not anyone that you can point out as being a mega feeder or a mega carry. It was
nothing standing out.
Yeah, not particularly. I mean, Lucas gets 350 Dupham, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's always a bit overplayed just pointing at the demo man's damage and saying something about it, isn't it?
Rahmed, do you wanna analyze these logs? Oh, yeah, but that's not. Well, I guess to be honest, what you could have just said is they had 3 points to 2. That would have incorporated the logs. I was trying to make sure that we at least the product on the screen was being talked about. But you've ruined this. You're never going to be an analyst.
Yeah, and you've got the team names mixed around on these logs, so the score's all wrong.
Oh,
nice
whose fault is that?
Nice one.
Is that Rahmed's fault as well?
Yeah, I'd say so.
You know what, right? I've had it. I'm not casting again.
I've had it up to here with you,
That's
Rahmed.
my last cast. I'm done with this organisation. I bring my fullest energy and potential, and I just work with jokers.
Bring your S game, not even your A game. You're 1 tier higher.
QB has 16 soldier kills.
Wow, that's a nice one to point. That's a good find. Well done.
Thanks. I was looking at the numbers at the bottom here and on who killed who, and I thought that's an extraordinarily large number compared to others. I wonder if I could throw that out there, and I'm glad it's worked because 16 soldier kills. That's a lot of soldiers killed.
That is. It's about 16 of them, roughly.
But he still loses. I believe a great man once said, "How do we lose when I do this?"
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very famous quote. That's going on the tummy as well, I believe.
So I think Alien can sort of hold his head up high. Sorry, no, QB can hold his head up high and, at least say, I did my part. What about you guys? I mean, he went 26 and 14. There you go. There's another number.
Yeah.
That's another statistic.
The highest kills on the server.
Yeah, by 4.
6.
6? No, 4. Creddy has 22.
Sorted first before I open my mouth.
Oh, you fool. You've made yourself look like a right idiot in front of the whole audience.
We're all laughing. I've got an F in red with a circle on my maths.
Incredible.
Right. Are we done here?
I don't know. I was waiting for someone to tell me that I'm done. I've got another job after this. I've got another cast to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
I don't. I'm probably gonna go to bed. I need to
And
tidy
I
up my
tested
room.
you, and you weren't up to it.
Nah, I need to tidy my room. I've got loads of PC parts everywhere.
All right. Well, thank you,
You're not
everyone.
going to ask me about my PC?
No, I'm not going to. We've dragged this on more than long enough.
Do these get uploaded to YouTube now?
I think they
Still?
do. They might trim it.
Are you going to
if we
include
do
this?
just keep. I think they might trim off the end, but we can keep it going if you want to get as much as possible on YouTube.
Please include this. Don't forget to subscribe at twitch.tv/WARHURYEAH.
All right. Well, let's keep talking about your PC as well to see if we can get the VOD like extra 10 minutes.
You know, like when it's going to be uploaded and it's going to be like, did it get uploaded in games or is it like per map? I think it's like overall series, isn't it? So it's like they're going to see like, wow, an hour and 45-minute game.
This must have gone to Golden Cap twice.
This must have been insane. This was, and it just ends in a standard time, and then it's just like an extra hour of just me talking about my PC parts.
It's just us tier listing McDonald's items from the menu.
Well, there is no need for tier listing, is there? Because there's S tier, which is a quarter pounder with cheese, and there's everything else. I don't care what tier that in. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
They could slug it all out in the trenches if they have to.
Was it a full upgrade? Was it one part?
I upgraded my CPU, my kapoo, my RAM, my motherboard, obviously. I haven't upgraded my graphics card because I just don't have 800 quid lying around anymore.
On a bit mental, I've heard, in terms of graphics area.
Yeah, it is. It is literally 800 quid for a graphics card. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Well, that's exhausted that line of conversation already.
There are 200 people still here really listening to this.
Should we just keep going until they all leave?
I mean, why not?
What is it that we'd have to talk about? What do TF2 people hate? Minorities. There we go. No, we get that. That's all right. I've already uttered the disgusting words for them. They're all going to just flee instantly. It's like, oh no. It's like going out into a sun, like when you're a vampire. They've all just disintegrated at their desks right now. Let's go. Equality. It's like, no.
We are hemorrhaging viewers as we speak. 20 just out of there.
I told you, there's nothing I hate more.
You literally decimated the population of the stream by mentioning the M word.
And I've also exposed the TF2 competitive community for being... I'm not going to go there. You can end it now if you want.
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. This has been 4Toast versus 3.5 stars. And I'm just talking slowly to drag out the last 10 seconds of the VOD. All right. Bye.